A lot of people say that resolutions are impossible to keep. Do you believe so? Follow along with me as I show you how I did during this month of January and what achievements I made and whether I'm able to keep on going. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, so I'm guessing if you're here you want to know what my update is and how I've been doing this month. So, in my first pillar of faith, I've actually become very good at praying every morning and every night, which has started to change my mindset and how I view the world. And some lessons I've learned is to just let go, focus on the day, and trust that it will be what it is, and in the end, that I'm okay. Next is the family pillar, and there, it's gonna sound weird, but I've actually scheduled days where I will contact a family member or a couple, depending on who they are, and just talk to them, see how they are doing. Yeah, a lot of people will disagree with the whole scheduling, but in the end, someone's gotta reach out, and if I have to put a timetable to it, that's fine with me. One thing I'm very proud about is actually my fitness achievements. So I started the month at 263 pounds, and now I am at 248, so yay me, that was a struggle. And when it came to waist, it was at 45 inches and now I'm at 43 inches, so very good progress there. When it comes to finances, I've actually done pretty well with my money, been able to save, stick to a budget, which is really hard, having to tell people no or change plans so that I don't be spending money. And I've also been able to learn a lot about money, which actually goes into my education, where I've taught myself not only how personal finances work and investments and everything, but how major economics work. So I know how the whole structure, such as macroeconomics, microeconomics. So education-wise, doing well. Oh, another skill I've learned was how to do YouTube editing and everything, so that's going to take some practice. We'll hopefully see over time that I improve. When it comes to career field, can't really say I grew a lot there because of coronavirus and everything that it affects in that area. But I have become active again in the FCPOA, which is the First Class Petty Officer Association for Navy First Classes or E6s. So hoping to see a lot more growth there, networking and being able to support all my friends there. When it comes to romance, I haven't met anyone or everything. I do have a crush, but that's not really a big deal. What I have done though is actually have a lot more self-confidence, and I actually started truly liking myself through daily affirmations. Not anything like, oh, you're amazing, but one of those things where I actually find something that's good about me or a mindset and talk about that every day. Not constantly like a chant or a repetitious prayer, but it's like, okay, focus on this, do this. So when it comes to month of January, I actually think I've done very well, especially in the part of forming habits, which sets the foundation for everything. So even though I made amazing progress and achieved a lot of my goals, don't think that it was easy at all, especially now at the end of the road. So during that whole time, I've actually been tired a lot, trying to keep on schedule, trying to focus on a lot of other things that have been happening emotionally, mentally, physically, etc. The struggle that I actually had was letting go of my past. It's not so much ashamed, but there's a lot of regrets that I have in the past, mainly of how I interacted with people I was attracted to, or the many times I tried to make my life over again using keto and bragging about how I have so many plans and goals, and in the end I just end up failing over and over again. And I have to let go of that and say, that's the past. I just learned another way that it didn't work for me. Another thing I really don't like is pain and having to get over that. It's just like, okay, it's gonna hurt for a while, but it'll be worth it in the end. And trust me, it is. Like, the joy that I have right now is worth all the pain that I went through. Like, not just physical pain from all the workouts, but emotional pain of having to confront my past and let it go and not caring about what other people think. Also had to deal with fear. What if I fail again? What if I just make a complete fool of myself on YouTube and now the whole world has seen? So that was definitely an obstacle and pretty much stopped me from like doing weekly videos throughout January, because all in all, I didn't have complete faith in my ability to follow my plans and goals. And another struggle that was actually outside of myself was having an inconsistent schedule, such as my work schedule. We have 2 weeks in office and 2 weeks teleworking. So for me, I'm a person who likes to have consistency, stable schedule and everything, and be able to plan around that. However, that's not reality. So I had to learn how to adapt and let go of my pride and pretty much understand I can't control the environment, but I can adapt to the environment. So how I did this was actually just, as I said before, focusing on the day. I have a planner where I write out all of the tasks I'm going to complete that day that align with the 7 pillars and the major goals that I have. Just being able to do that helped be able to put things in control for me, in the sense of I can handle this amount and not be overwhelmed. Another thing I had to learn how to do was control my emotions. Let go of doing what I want to do, whether like I'm tired and I'm just not wanting to work out. And it's like, hey, just take this hour or 45 minutes and do the workout. You will feel better. Whatever you're feeling at this moment is not worth the regret and shame you're gonna feel later because you didn't do it. That was always the inconsistency of my path, or in my past, and that's why I failed before, because I let my emotions dictate what I was gonna do that day. And another thing I kept doing was I kept focusing on what I want my future to be. So hope, a lot of hope was pretty much the support I had, and faith. Faith that everything's going to be okay, that I have the support that I need, and I have everything I need to just get through that one day. And then be able to focus on the next day once I'm going to sleep. So another thing I have to admit is, even with all this, I still made mistakes. So I was supposed to have a dry month this month, but I got drunk twice. And whenever I drink, I tend to go into a full, I have a personality called Patricia. She's a mess, but usually what happens when I drink is I tend to overeat a lot and embrace my emotions of just wanting to enjoy the moment, have fun, and enjoy everything, but I overeat. And I mean a lot, and tend to be like sweet stuff, things that will do that. So that happened 2 times this month. And whenever I get drunk, I tend to hit on a lot of dudes through Facebook, so become very flirtatious and everything, and then the next day it's just like, oh my god, I only like you as a friend, why am I so thirsty right now? And sadly, I have indulged in a habit I'm trying to get rid of, which is porn watching, because then that leads me down the path. But luckily, with all these mistakes, every time I messed up, one thing I did was forgive myself, because I'm human, it's okay to mess up, but I did not let that action slow me down. I just got up, started again, I'm like, okay, that's the past, we're done, we're focusing on the future, because I don't have time to let everything that happened that was bad slow me down in pursuit of my goal, which for me is going to bring me true joy and happiness in life. So some things coming up will next be a video of my February goals, just going over real quickly about what I want to achieve and how I want to grow in that month. Also, I will start doing weekly videos to give a progress of the struggles, the achievements, or pretty much anything unique that happened that week. So if you're proud of me and want to support me, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're religious, please pray for me. If you're not, just send good vibes that I continue on this path and continue growing and hoping to become a better man in this life and be able to contribute to this world. If you're going on your own journey, just know that I'm supporting you, I'm praying for you, and I hope that everything goes well. And just, if you fall, get back up. You got this. You're beautifully and wonderfully made. So, hey, don't worry about this. You got it, okay? Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good week and be blessed.